Hi, my name's Chris Monk. I'm doing my first oral presentation for communications class on a article I found on how stuff works. It's the tips for effective communication within the workplace. Um, this talks a lot about what we've been going over in class with empowerment, listening, communication, and ways to address conflicts and so on. So I thought that this would be a very appropriate article to talk about throughout for my oral presentation. The first tip that they tell you is to handle conflicts with diplomacy. It pretty much talks about how conflicts are going to arise throughout day-to-day things. Some of them will blow over, but some of them won't. For the ones that won't, you want to remain open-minded throughout the conflict. You don't want to point fingers. You want to try and remain neutral. Hear all sides of the parties out, and as well let employees or coworkers know that your door is always open and that what you talk about to them is remains between you and them, and that will enhance your trust with your coworkers and as well help resolve conflicts so that they don't turn into large major issues. um, Tip 2, revive the great art of communication. And what this talks about is in today's world, Blackberries and emails and telephones and everything else, people no longer do have a lot of face-to-face communication with each other. I think that this is really apparent, especially in my workplace. I see people, especially some of the people that I work with, they will call each other or email each other, and they could honestly turn around and ask them something. Keep maintaining the face-to-face conversation is important because through emails all you get is the words, but a lot of times what can really express or convey your point is your facial and your body language, and these are key points that just won't be shown through an email or over the telephone. So in keeping the face-to-face communication, I feel, is important. It also helps enhance your relationship with coworkers because you work out situations better working with them face to face as well, other than over email or such. Tip 3: respect cultural differences. As the world gets bigger, every company, employee, employer, we're going to work with foreign employees and so on. And not every culture is the same. Religion, there's so many different personalities and so on that companies have to be careful to make sure that they appreciate and recognize every different type of religion and so on. And ways that they can do this is by recognizing other religious holidays other than just the national ones that we have here, and as well as small things such as like the cafeteria offering kosher foods, vegetarian foods, and so on. Stuff like this to cater around to your employees to make sure that they feel that they were welcome and are part of the company and so on. Tip number 4: give employees what they want. Um, this sounds a lot like a monetary type tip, but it's not. A lot of times, employees, you can reward your employees in more ways than one. A lot of times, just rewarding them and acknowledging their accomplishments, telling them good job, and sending a friendly email or whatnot. And as well, time off perks are and stock options and so on are ways that companies are beginning to incentivize their employees and avoiding the pay raises and so on. Tip number 5: trust your people. I feel that this is really important. It hits a lot on empowerment and giving the employee the feeling that they know what they're doing. A lot of us have, I have a manager, and she's on top of me all the time about what I'm doing, and it can sometimes make you second guess yourself, make you feel like you might not be doing something right. So what this talks about is to, instead of being micromanaging your employees or coworkers that you're working on a project with, is to just hold weekly updates, and so you can see where you're at or how far you've gotten and what you need to work on and so on as far as working together, and to make sure that everybody stays on track but they don't feel like they're being overly overlooked and so on. Tip number 6: make employers feel like owners. This one, they talked about companies where not only did they include their companies or in their employees on large major issues, but on all aspects, large major issues concerning such as the employee's health insurance. I think that this is very important. It is the employee's health insurance, so I believe that they should have a say in it, what kind of insurance they're going to be receiving and so on. But not only just in insurance, but large decisions affecting the company, maybe software updates or switching over to new programs and so on. The employees are the ones who are going to be using these day to day, and I think that it's most important that they get what they feel like they need, because in the end they're going to be the ones who use it the most, and they're the ones who know what they need and so on. Tip 7, take your emotions out of the equation. This is a big point when it comes to conflicts. The best way to handle a conflict is to remain neutral and to hear everybody out and make sure that you know everybody's side, uh, not jumping to conclusions or any sort like that. And throughout the discussion, to make sure that you continue to stay on the same page, and at the end of the discussion, make sure that you understand everybody's feelings and that everybody has come to an agreement. Um, and by doing this, the best way to do it is take out your emotions and not let yourself get wrapped up in the conflict as well. Tip 8, don't just hear, listen. A lot of times you'll be listening to your coworker or whatnot, and it's almost like white noise. You have so much going on. You're thinking about so many other things. You're not truly paying attention to what the person is saying. So it's really important to make sure that you know what they're saying, that you're hearing them out. They tell you to make key points and try and remember 3 distinct things about what that person has said to you, and as well to try and mimic what they have said to you back at them to make sure that you understand exactly what all they said. Tip 9, make work fun. This is by far the most important key to me, I feel. People will not enjoy work and if they don't enjoy work, I feel like you don't do your best work. So to make sure that your employees still find work fun, taking 15 minutes out of a day to just relax and detune and enjoy your coworkers and getting to just sit around with them and actually other than work, just experience um, some other portions of your coworkers than just working with them. I feel that is very important. Those are the tips to effective communication, and this is my presentation. I hope you liked it. Thank you.